The drama brewing in Bears Nation right now is palpable, and it's a roller coaster that could redefine the NFC North landscape. With the Chicago Bears dangling at the top of the division at 7-3 after a dramatic last-second win over the Minnesota Vikings, fans are left torn between excitement and skepticism. Sure, we're riding a wave of 3 consecutive victories, but can we really trust a sequence of wins against teams with a combined record of just 1-9-5-0-1? As we gear up for another clash that might shake things up even further, the question looms, could a certain legendary quarterback finally be making his way to Chicago? Today, we're diving deep into a move that could completely shift the dynamics of this roster, the salary cap, and our long-standing rivalry with the Green Bay Packers. What's coming down the pipeline might be exactly what we need to solidify our hold over the NFC North. Just think of it: a young and agile edge rusher, still on his rookie contract, boasting flexibility between multiple positions that would enhance our defensive strategy. But hold tight, because I'm just getting started here. The stakes are rising. We know the Bears have a history riddled with heart-wrenching losses and legendary moments that echo through our fan base. Imagine if we made this pivotal move while Green Bay's franchise icon is limping out of the picture. How could that change the entire narrative this season? This situation indeed raises so many questions. Is Ryan Poles and the Bears front office contemplating such a bold step? What will this mean for our game plan as we gear up to face our historical rivals? Rest assured, we'll break down the positional fit, the implications for our depth chart, and the capital needed for this kind of acquisition. But before we go there, let's remind ourselves that the current buzz within the league is heaving with speculation. This could very well be a serious conversation in Hollis Hall right now. This is Bears News Fan Report. If you live and breathe Bears football, make sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and share your thoughts with us. The passion of Bears fans is unmatched, and we're here to ride this emotional wave together. Okay, back to the talk of tactical fit. Imagine a scenario where this player steps into our defensive schemes, creating havoc on third and long situations. His ability could bolster our pass rush and lead to crucial turnovers, resulting in favorable field position. This is a player whose contract situation offers some room for flexibility, as he's set for a couple of more years. And you can bet our rivals in Green Bay and Minnesota are keenly aware of how this play could reshape the balance of power within the division. Consider for a moment that he has recently delivered back-to-back double-digit sacks and boasts a fifth-year option, a perfect profile for what we need to plug critical holes in our roster. As we look forward, there's no doubt that the hierarchy of talent within the NFC North could be reignited with this kind of strategic signing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. At the end of the day, while the buzz around this potential move is heating up, it remains speculative. The implications will cascade throughout the league, impacting draft picks, salary cap allocations, and of course, our hierarchy on the depth chart. What does that mean for the Bears as we strive to solidify our position while keeping our rivals guessing? Could this be the moment the Packers, a team we have often felt haunted by, find themselves undermined in their quest to conquer the NFC North? Or could we have an entirely different scenario where our rival steps in and makes an offer we can't compete with? The possibilities are endless and fascinating. And as we keep an eye on everything developing, it's important to remember we're in a window where the right moves can propel us forward. Stay tuned as we unveil exactly who this potential game changer might be and why it could send shockwaves through our historic rivalry. After all, who wouldn't want a chance to craft a legacy at Soldier Field by finally disrupting the tantalizing narrative that has lingered for decades? And now, here comes rumors are swirling. Could it really be Aaron Rodgers making his way to the Bears? We'll piece together why this speculation emerged and what it could mean for our roster dynamics. But remember, this remains a rumor until something is formally confirmed. With all eyes on the potential impact this player could have, let's dissect the implications further. The thought of Rodgers, the longtime foe of Bears fans, shifting allegiances could send shockwaves through our entire structure. Imagine how this move would immediately impact game strategy, depth charts, and what domino effects it could create among our rivals. The Bears have a chance to reshape the narrative. Let's keep our eyes peeled on what's next. And as we ponder the broader question of how offers might escalate or if the Packers are lurking, we must ask ourselves, how does this impact the Bears' championship window? In an overly competitive landscape, can we seize this moment? The conversation isn't just starting. It's heating up, and your thoughts are crucial as steel sharpens steel in the NFC North. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the ramifications of this speculation in our next video, where we explore the tactical implications of having a player of Rodgers' caliber. If the rumors truly materialize, the narrative is shifting, and we're right here to follow the chase. The icy lakefront wind bites harder tonight because rumors are spreading that Aaron Rodgers may be making the unthinkable move to the Chicago Bears. Yes, you read that correctly. Rodgers, the longtime tormentor, might absorb the bitter essence of our blue and orange, turning our historic rivalry upside down. If you bleed Chicago blue, subscribe now. We ride this storm together. The stakes are higher than ever. Can you feel the tension building in Hollis Hall as management ponders this audacious pivot? What will it mean for the locker room camaraderie as players weigh the implications of bringing in a figure like Rodgers, someone whose name has become synonymous with heartbreak for Bears fans? Will it fracture our emerging synergy, or could it ignite a fire in our ambitious squad that pushes them over the edge? Word just slipped out that the Packers are already on high alert, fearing this bold maneuver could alter the tapestry of the NFC North forever. Imagine facing not just the Steelers this weekend without Aaron, but potentially with Rodgers on our side come January. What if this deal happens before the draft? The ramifications would spiral. Will our rivals in Green Bay and Minnesota circle like vultures, ready to pounce on any perceived weakness in this unfolding saga? Each passing moment grows heavy with the weight of possibility. Could Ryan Poles, armed with nearly endless cap space, be calculating the risk versus reward as he monitors Rodgers' fractured wrist status? Now, there's talk of him not just being a short-term solution, but a long-term centerpiece in a franchise recipe that seeks to finally make winning the norm instead of the exception. Just picture it. A quarterback's brain in the room who understands the intricacies of the rivalry like few others. Rumors escalate. What if other teams attempt to swoop in, leveraging our own desperation against us? The thought sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it? The clock is ticking down to a crucial juncture where decisions are looming, possibly reshaping the entire hierarchy of the NFC North. If Rodgers does come to Chicago and actualizes the vision we all crave, a reign atop the division, it would shake the very foundations of our sporting identity. We've seen legends like Butkus, Ehrlicher, and Hester ignite Soldier Field with grit and determination. Could we be headed towards another legendary chapter? Or are we risking it all in a high-stakes gamble? Free agents dust off their cleats, while scouts cast wary eyes, weighing how this development factors into their future planning. If we snag this long-bemoaned quarterback of destiny, can you imagine the cacophony of the Soldier Field roar echoing through the city? The smell of tailgate smoke will mingle with the promises of postseason parties finally within our grasp. What if this historic shift redefines the power dynamics in our division? Every game, every quarter, every down becomes a razor-thin edge as teams start calibrating their strategies against an unexpected threat. Tightened rosters and gutted rivalries are just the beginning. Should this whisper become a roar, the entire NFC will quake beneath it. One bold move could redefine the landscape. The question echoes in our hearts: if Rodgers joins the Bears, will we be witnessing the dawn of a new era, or the horrifying reminder of how fragile hope can be? Imagine playoff implications sizzling in the cold December air. This move setting the groundwork for potential championship runs that breathe life back into the decades of suffering, succinctly etched in our memories. How will this impact not just our game plan for weeks ahead, but also the psychological warfare against divisional opponents weary of witnessing our overnight transformation? Does the potential legacy of turning the tide against a long-standing nemesis outweigh the risks that come with such a high-profile signing? Nebraska fields turned over every autumn have felt the weight of these decisions, and history will write us a check we cannot cash unless we find a resolute path forward. Are we truly ready for this monumental shift? A legacy at Soldier Field is on the line, a narrative begging to be rewritten. And as the latest speculation swirls, the musty air thickens with the scent of possibility. Would you pull the trigger in faith or sheer desperation, knowing this gamble could define the next decade of Bears football? Because if this is real, if Rodgers does trade his green and gold for our blue and orange, it's not just a player exchange. It's a seismic shift in our aspirations and our tormentors' nightmare. Prepare yourselves, Bears Nation. We're on the brink of something colossal, and every heartbeat places us closer to a fate yet to be written. This could change everything. Like everything. Let's be real here. It's one thing to dream about it, but if it actually happens, man, I can feel it in my bones. After years of looking up at the Packers, that feeling might just flip if only for a moment. Let's see what unfolds. The excitement is palpable, and I'm here for every beat of it.